The West Indies island nation of St. Lucia has come to be a popular tourist destination thanks to its beautiful scenery and decidedly laid-back atmosphere. From hiking one of the island's iconic Pitons to exploring the fishing village of Anse, Reye, join Viewcation as we take a look at the best things to do in St. Lucia in the Caribbean. Hike to the top of the Pitons. Strangers to the Caribbean may furrow their brows when they hear mention of the Pitons, but they'll soon become familiar with the dual iconic landmarks that punctuate the island of St. Lucia. The Pitons is a name given to a pair of volcanic spires found on the island. The taller of the two goes by Gros Piton and is around 800 meters tall. Its smaller cousin, aptly named Petit Piton, is a comparatively shorter 750 meters, though it's considerably steeper and harder to climb up. Climbing up either of the Pitons is a great challenge for torrents. Climbing Gros Piton is more popular due to the spire's increased height and reduced steepness. The trail to climb it begins at the beach below, and you'll need to hire a guide as accompaniment. For the average hiker, the hike up and down Gros Piton will take several hours and may pose a considerable challenge. The hike is worth it for numerous reasons, including the incredible views you'll be treated to at the summit. Each Piton is also graced with plentiful plant life to peruse while making the difficult trek up and down. If you don't think you'd be up for tackling the hike up and down either of the Pitons, you can simply get an excellent view of their twin peaks by taking a boat trip to Piton Bay. Experience the beaches of the Caribbean. It goes without saying you'll want to take some time to experience the beaches of the Caribbean while visiting St. Lucia. Two of the best are Anse Chastanet Beach and Redouet Beach. The best way to access Anse Chastanet Beach is by water taxi. True to the laid-back appeal of St. Lucia as a whole, Anse Chastanet Beach is popular with tourists for its extraordinarily calm waters. They are great to go snorkeling in, though you can still enjoy Anse Chastanet Beach plenty by just laying out on the sand. Redouet Beach is slightly more popular, but that also means it's typically more crowded. Still, it's attained its popularity for good reason, as it has plenty to offer tourists. In addition to its blue waters and expansive sands, Redouet Beach is also located near a shopping district that happens to be a great place to shop for souvenirs or get lunch. Go birdwatching at Pigeon Island National Park. Pigeon Island National Park spans nearly 50 acres of St. Lucia's northern end and has plenty to offer tourists. As one might surmise, Pigeon Island National Park is one of the best places on the island to go birdwatching, but it has plenty more to offer than just its namesake birds, including hiking trails galore. Besides all the natural landscapes and wildlife that can be found within the boundaries of Pigeon Island National Park, the park is also home to several preserved historical buildings. Go swimming underneath Toraille Waterfall. If you're looking for a swim on the island, one of the best places to do so is underneath the stunning Toraille Waterfall. The entrance to the pool is guarded by a lush botanical garden that you'll have to work your way through to take a dip. The falling water creates a mist that cools your skin almost instantly, making the experience of visiting the waterfall indescribable. If you're looking for a site that exemplifies the full, unique beauty of St. Lucia, this might be it. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like, and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already, and stick around for more of the best of St. Lucia. The hot springs located at St. Lucia's singular Soufriere drive-in volcano. The Soufriere drive-in volcano makes a good case for being the only drive-in volcano in the world. The location is centered around a steam crater that's constantly bubbling and heating up its sulfur hot springs. Taking a dip in these sulfur hot springs is one of the most relaxing things you can do on the island, though the experience isn't complete without taking a mud bath first. The hot springs water at the Soufriere drive-in volcano is also beneficial thanks to its high amount of naturally occurring minerals. The water is generally around the temperature of a hot tub, meaning the average visitor shouldn't be too uncomfortable in the heat. The mud baths take advantage of the area's volcanic mud, which is just as good for the skin as the sulfur hot springs water itself. Experience the unique tastes of the Caribbean. Visitors should certainly take the opportunity to try out some of the culinary experiences the Caribbean has to offer. One of the most popular dishes on the island goes by the name of bouillon, and it's a Creole stew that's incredibly hearty and consists of vegetables, dumplings, and the meat of your preference in a thick stock. The dish is slowly cooked in a clay vessel, traditionally over a low flame, made from mangrove tinder. Another food item you'll often find being offered on the island is roti. It's simply thin bread cooked over coals and would make the perfect side to accompany your bowl of bouillon. Check out a cricket match. Cricket is incredibly popular in the region thanks to the influence of British colonialists. It's particularly popular on St. Lucia, and those who want to see for themselves how the islanders have taken to playing the game should be sure to check out a match. Of course, you'll only be able to see professional cricket matches during the sports season. Though the sport is so popular on the island, you'll typically find local matches being held all year by islanders. Big matches are held at the giant Darren Sammy National Cricket Stadium located in the village of Gros Islet. Visit the Morne Coubaril estate. Families looking for a vast array of activities need look no further than the Morne Coubaril estate. The estate rose to prominence historically for its sugar farming, though today it also grows cacao, cassava, coffee, and various tropical fruits. The estate offers tours of these different farming areas, allowing tourists the chance to see how these exotic crops are raised. It also offers visitors the chance to go horseback riding and experience what has come to be known as one of the best zip lines in the world. The best way to finish off a visit to the estate is to taste a fresh glass of sugarcane juice. Take a trip on the Catamaran charter. There's little doubt that one of the best ways to see the sights of St. Lucia as a whole is to take a peek around the island by water. Anyone looking to do so should look no farther than a catamaran charter, which will offer visitors the chance to slowly traverse the waters around St. Lucia and soak in all the island's beautiful scenery. Go scuba diving in St. Lucia's artificial reefs. The waters around St. Lucia are known for their various artificial reefs, which were caused by historical shipwrecks. While this might sound like a bad thing, these artificial reefs actually increase the growth of coral in the waters and therefore promote biodiversity. Because of this, artificial reefs are typically pretty popular areas to go scuba diving. The waters around St. Lucia have a few notable artificial reefs. There are some located in the waters off of Pigeon Island National Park, but the area known as the Soufriere Marine Reserve features the most impressive artificial reefs of all. They tend to feature an incredibly diverse array of sea life, and the artificial reefs found around the waters of St. Lucia allow scuba divers the opportunity to see such sea creatures as moray eels and eagle rays. Explore Anse Reye. Anse Reye is a fishing village that's come to be a popular destination on the island. The area features numerous banana plantations as well as some notable historical buildings. One of these is a cathedral that's been standing since the 16th century. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites on St. Lucia? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.